everyone's so upset.
Everybody thinks they know the whole story, and they don't.
You know, it's bullshit, man.
The leader of the Kardashians, Kris Jenner, also known as Pimp Mama Kris, has been accused of putting her daughters out there for years. And it looks like Kylie Jenner in particular has been targeted by her own mother. Time and time again, Kylie Jenner is forced into relationships by her mother Kris for financial gain or publicity. Tyga even revealed that his relationship with Kylie was inauthentic because Kris thought it'd be a good idea for one of her daughters to be dating a black rapper. They could get some clout off of it. This family is disgusting, so let's get into it. In my videos, we often discuss the importance of justice and fairness. We highlight stories of people who have faced unjust situations or who deserve better after traumatic incidents. I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about. And unfortunately, some of those affected by life-changing accidents feel lost and unsure of what to do next. But that's where Morgan & Morgan comes in. They are America's largest injury law firm, and they make finding trustworthy legal support straightforward and accessible. With over 1,000 attorneys across all 50 states, they have the resources and the expertise to handle any case no matter how big or small. And Morgan & Morgan are dedicated to fighting for those who deserve compensation. You guys know I have a hard time trusting people, especially when it comes to legalities, but they can be trusted. They've got your back. For example, in 2023, they secured a $19 million settlement for a family of a man named Amos who tragically lost his life in a commercial vehicle accident. If you or someone you know has been involved in an accident and need help, don't gatekeep. Morgan & Morgan are ready to go. You could start your claim easily by visiting the link below or scan the QR code and fill out their simple form in minutes. Once you've submitted your form, you could relax because Morgan & Morgan will handle everything from there. Remember guys, this process is completely free unless you win. You can start your claim with Morgan & Morgan at forthepeople.com/Sloan to seek the justice you deserve. Thank you to Morgan & Morgan for sponsoring this video. You can go check out the link below or scan the QR code and enjoy this video. If there's one thing true about the Kardashians, is that they are going to stick together. Kris Jenner has built an empire off of exploiting her family. And while some of the sisters are down for it, some were born into it. And there's an interesting relationship between Kris Jenner and Kylie Jenner because I feel like she has way too much influence in Kylie's life. Now, it's no surprise that Kris Jenner is the mastermind behind the explosive careers of her daughters Kim, Kourtney, and Khloe. So of course, when her two youngest daughters came around and they were of age to make money, she had plenty of practice on what to do with them. Let's get into what Blac Chyna has shared in the past, because we all know that Kris Jenner has exploited her daughter Kylie Jenner's relationships for publicity and financial gain. I mean, look at her and Timothy nowadays. Blac Chyna has been vocal about these allegations, asserting that Kris allowed Tyga to groom Kylie when she was just 15 years old. Blac Chyna accused Kris of orchestrating Kylie's relationship with Tyga, who was significantly older and already a father, for the sake of fame and clout. Damn. Should do anything for the clout. Blac Chyna's revelations paint a picture of a family dynamic in which Kris is accused of prioritizing fame over the well-being of her children. No surprise. She allegedly encouraged Kylie to date older men, positioning these relationships as beneficial for her public image and career. This behavior has led to Kris being referred to as Pimp Mama Kris, a nickname that reflects the perception that she manages her daughters' lives in a way that resembles exploitation. Now, these kind of allegations aren't new when it comes to Kris Jenner and her parenting style. I mean, we saw what she did with Kim Kardashian and Ray J, because that tape that was leaked was completely planned. I mean, Kris Jenner had all the contracts filled out, all the paperwork done to a T. She knew what she was doing. Can you imagine being in a position where you are reviewing and producing your daughter's intimate tape for a fake leak? Ray J claimed that Kris Jenner watched multiple different tapes of him and Kim and chose which one to release to the public. That is disgusting. In May, he leaked a private conversation that he had with Kim after the first episode of The Kardashians on Hulu aired. Ray J claimed that he, Kim, and Kris had planned the tape's leak together. He called the narrative of the tape being leaked a lie, and it's a narrative created by Kris and Kim. Ray J branded the tape a deal in partnership between him, Kim, and Kris, and claimed that he suggested it to Kim after they saw their friend, Paris Hilton, release her, leak her tape and get a bunch of fame from that. While Kim has always maintained that she never wanted the video to come out, Ray J has insisted that she was instrumental in its release. Quote, "You're watching a whole family create an empire from a lie they've created, and it's heartbreaking and disrespectful to all the entertainers who have been honest and true to their craft." In one DM, he told Kim, "You know what we did? Your mom controlled this whole tape deal. Why are you trying to ruin me when you know I was just a player in this? You have to stop believing your own lies."
I don't have respect for Kris Jenner and Kim because you guys know that we was all in the shit. Like, how dare you talk about your kids and not think, damn, he got a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. What is his daughter gonna think about him? Like, growing up, like, what is my son gonna think? Oh, it's okay to do that because my dad was successful? Nah, fuck that. That shit didn't happen, son. Like, nah, they tried to put me on blast and I dealt with it. And this is just the beginning of it. Like, I'm gonna haunt you guys. Wherever you go, as far as like trying to lie on me, I'm gonna haunt you with the truth.
Let me give you guys a quick refresher. The 41-minute long tape was released through Vivid Entertainment in 2007, but it actually had been filmed 5 years earlier. So it worked out perfectly with Keeping Up with the Kardashians. They timed this so that when it leaked, they were filming the show, so it gave them a storyline right in the beginning of this television series, which made it a hit. This show was also responsible for setting up Kylie and Tyga, actually at Kendall Jenner's 16th birthday bash where he performed, and Kylie was only 14 years old. After Tyga and Blac Chyna had split up, we started to see him with Kylie Jenner more frequently. This led to many fans and popular news outlets speculating that the pair had begun to date. In October 2014, Kris Jenner spoke on Kylie and Tyga in an interview with Ryan Seacrest, affirming that the two were just friends. Although Kris maintained they were just friends, I think she was trying to watch her back because it wasn't quite legal for them to date yet. By summer 2015, the cat was officially out of the bag. Tyga had gotten a tattoo of Kylie's name earlier that spring. He also joined the Kardashians on a family trip to Paris, but the age gap between the two sparked some controversy because he was 25 and she was only 17. According to Khloe, she said that Kylie is not a normal 17-year-old, so you can't like ask her, hey, what are you doing this weekend? And are you having a slumber party or going to a prom? That's not what Kylie's doing. So they're trying to use this excuse that Kylie's different. She's different than other 17-year-olds. She's more mature, which is a common theme used to, take advantage of vulnerable girls because, oh, maybe she's in a different position than other teenagers. She's still a teenager. She's still a minor.
Kylie's main concern is actually her big 18th birthday party. Remember that whole thing? She actually got a Ferrari from Tyga.
Despite turning a few heads with their age gap, their relationship seemed to be going okay until they released a music video together for Tyga's song Stimulated. The song lyrics actually referred to their age gap, and he raps, "They say she's young, I should have waited. She's a big girl dog when she's stimulated." He also raps, "I'm going to do what the F I want to do when I want to do. She's a big girl dog, I'm putting it in, I'm penetrating, I'm getting big, I'm stimulated." So yeah, sounds like they're admitting to having doing it. Now, Kris obviously approved of this relationship as he was allowed to come on to the show multiple times. In one episode, you could see Tyga is actually complimenting Kylie's butt, and she was only 17 years old at this time. So there's no way in hell Kris Jenner, as nosy as she is, was unaware of her daughter dating a man who was entirely too old for her.
I see her jiggling.
Really?
Yeah, I'm really jiggling.
Now, it's so weird that the sisters and the family were okay with this relationship and even defending it. Amber Rose went on to The Breakfast Club to say that their relationship, Tyga and Kylie's, is gross.
Rose said that Tyga should be ashamed of himself for dating Kylie.
She's a baby. She needs to go to bed at 7 o'clock and relax.
Who wants a girlfriend that you got to make sure what her calcium intake is?
Nah, I'm over that. That's ridiculous. He should be ashamed of himself.
Because it is gross. And Khloe thought this would be a great opportunity to snap back at Amber, writing on Twitter, quote, "I was a stripper since I was 15 years old." Amber Rose told Fox, "Please don't worry about my sister who has a career and has her crap together at only 17. People who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Amber replied, I'm happy you brought up the fact that I was a stripper at 15. She said, I'll be that little S word to support my family like your older sister is an S word to support hers. We're even.
Amber wasted no time firing back responses at Khloe, posting several memes on Instagram and writing on Twitter, I'm so sick of these plastic ass bullying people because they got the media outlets on payroll. Weak as You think because your dad was a professional football player that got away with murder, you're better than me, girl?
Now, the Tyga and Kylie saga ended in 2017. Kylie started seeing Travis Scott, and then Tyga went on to do whatever he's doing. I feel like he kind of became more and more irrelevant, if I have to say so.
There was absolutely not one thing wrong with me and T. Him and I will always have a bond. There was no crazy fight. We just decided, well, I decided that I'm really young.
Though Tyga has done his fair share of press, which has led to fans to connect some dots. For example, Tyga exposes Kris during an interview on Nicki Minaj's Queen Radio. He revealed that Kris ordered them to be together for views and status among Black viewers. So I guess... My God. I can't even believe I'm talking about this. So Kris Jenner wanted Kylie to be with a Black guy for views and clout and to try to get in good with the Black community. I mean, how manipulative is that?
And there was a lot of codes being taught. It was like, you can do this. You should start this. You should start doing your hair like this. Or you should do this. You should adapt because you need Black people to fuck with you because you need culture. If you ain't got Black people behind you, you ain't got nothing. Ain't nobody gonna listen. You can't influence nobody. So I had a lot to do with all that.
It seems like Tyga's telling the truth because Blac Chyna concluded that Kris had brainwashed Tyga to convince him to be with Kylie when they were in fact together. I believe Blac Chyna and Tyga were engaged when Kris started meddling in their relationship to try to get him to go off with Kylie.
Never really talked about this until today. Me and Kim, we were really good friends. You know, like I was on her show and all this stuff like that. We lived in the same community. And then her little sister started, you know, talking to Tyga, which was kind of crazy because she was like underage. And everybody had kind of came at me and started attacking me. And it's like, nobody's seeing like the betrayal that was like going on behind my back of me talking to somebody, Kim. And then her little sister, which she has no control over, you know what I mean? Started talking to my fiance and then I get attacked. And it's like, how does that work?
In response to Kris pimping out Kylie, this person commented, nothing new, she did the same to Kim. Hopefully she doesn't do the same to her grandchildren. Another person writes, she pimped out all her daughters. This person wrote, to be honest, even if Kylie was willing, she was still a child at that time and could be easily influenced. So I blame the mom and Tyga and the other adults who allowed this young girl to be pimped out. And then finally, I believe it, Kris puts money before all of her 5 daughters. If this had happened anywhere else, the Department of Child Services would have been investigated. And look at the pictures of Kylie. It looks like she had a lot of plastic surgery before she was of age. I feel bad for her. I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. It's definitely a complicated situation and something that I feel like Kylie Jenner was born into. While I think Kim, Khloe, Kourtney, they all kind of get down with everything, they kind of had an experience to be an adult, to be a teenager, to go to school and then to graduate and then to have a real job. I mean, Kim was organizing closets. So, you know, the Jenner girls, they have a very different experience. They just kind of were born into it. So they don't really know what's regular, what's not regular. And I'm sure, you know, if Kylie's mom tells her to do something, she's going to do it. So she's not going to question that. So if she's yachting, if she's being pimped out to men, if her relationship with Timothée Chalamet is completely fake, I'm not surprised, and she's probably just used to it, which is sad. So I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in a new one soon. Bye, guys.